Welcome to Review Nation, and if you want a fun time, a fun thrashy fucking time, you're really going to enjoy this next review. Hazzerd is a Canadian band, a thrash metal band that just dropped an album called Delirium. Now this album is a very interesting album. It's got different elements, different genres as well, but mainly just focuses on thrash. But you can tell they've been inspired by Iron Maiden, Metallica, Megadeth to overall produce this album. A very thrashy album, but also combining heavy metal elements along with progressive elements, different time signatures, really good technical work throughout this album. I really did enjoy this album. Annihilator released an album as well, so it's pretty hard for Hazzerd to really compete with Annihilator. But Hazzerd is an underrated band that you guys really need to check out if you really enjoy thrash metal. If you really enjoy thrash metal, and if you like the sort of 80s throwback that Hazzerd provides you throughout this album, you're going to really enjoy this album. This album is quite intense. The production on this album is fantastic. I love the tones of the drums, I love the tones of the guitars as well, and really nice prominent bass you were getting throughout this album. The overall balance of the instrumentals is just fantastic, which provides such an enjoyable experience. The nature of Delirium is a really interesting topic to sort of interpret. Although I can't access any lyrics on Delirium, I can overall get the gist of the themes. All about anti-religion and also talking about the demise of humanity, and I love the overall concept, the overall themes of this album. Not to mention the album cover about a person that is paranoid. He's getting chased by the doctors in the background. So to kick off the album, we get a really intense, thrashy song called. So there are 4 members in this band. We've got Dylan Westendrop, who is a drummer and also the lead vocals. We got Brendan Malicki on guitars and David Sprague on bass. Dylan's vocals throughout this album is just fantastic. Really reminds you of a young Dave Mustaine. Like, he's got some really powerful vocals, expresses a lot of emotion throughout this album as well, and delivers the message to the listener quite clearly and abruptly. Sacrifice them in the name of God. God, love the bass, love the energy of this song. Very thrashy, but you got an awesome hook throughout this song. I love the overall lyrics, I love the overall vocals as well. Definitely talking about anti-religion here. And not to mention, throughout this song you get amazing technical work. Really fun song to kick off. Delirium. Sacrifice Them in the Name of God has a really nice bass line throughout this song. Really nice guitar solos. Leads onto Tormented Reality, which gives onto us really sexy slow-paced bass line throughout the introduction, and it really builds up and becomes quite heavy and thrashy. These vocals are again outstanding. I love the drum fills throughout this song, and again the technicality on the guitars are fantastic. The arpeggio moments you're getting throughout this song as he's running these fingers down that neck. Enjoyable song. Leads on to Sanctuary for the Mad. The overall theme of the actual song is absolutely fantastic, talking about the demise of humanity and how humanity needs to survive. I love the overall theme, the overall lyrics of this song. His vocals are again outstanding, nice drum work, and really love the tone of the snare. The bass is quite prominent throughout this song. Most of these songs, the bass are very prominent. Production is balanced perfectly. Instrumentals are really balanced and rhythmic and just full with flavor throughout Sanctuary for the Mad. But yeah, this is really fast, headbanging, thrashy metal, and I love this. Leads on to Victim of a Desperate Mind. Victim of a Desperate Mind, Dylan conveys a lot of emotion throughout this song. Really enjoyable stuff. Love the guitar lead, the technical guitar lead, the overall solo as well. Not to mention the crazy paced drumming as well by Dylan. But Dylan's vocals are again really distinctive and warm, but yet dynamic. I love the tone of his vocals. And then it leads on to our first instrumental, which is one of the best instrumentals off the album, and it's Core of the Void. Very emotional piece, some really nice drawing guitar solos, some really nice bass moments as well. I love how slow it is, and then it gets really fast, gains momentum, and then slows again, and then gains momentum again. Different time signatures. It's a very proggy sort of song, and I really enjoy the overall elements of surprise. It's a great fucking song, one of the best songs off the album. Dead in the Shed is really fast and energetic, but getting back to the energy, and I love that. Dead in the Shed is really intense. Nice moments, nice guitar moments as always, and Dylan's vocals are again outstanding. We move on to a few iffy songs, Illuminate Truth, Lyrics, and Waking Nightmare. Still really enjoyable songs, but I just feel these songs are probably the weakest of the album. They're just filler songs. Maybe you could cut those songs out, in my opinion, to really sort of shorten down the album. One negative of this album is that the album does drag just slightly, especially for a thrash album. I feel you get rid of 2 songs, Waking Nightmare and Illuminated Truth, which are still really enjoyable songs, but it's the same stuff we've heard already. So this album clocks around about 50 minutes. So it is a long thrash album. But damn, it is a very enjoyable album. But I feel that the fun, after Dead in the Shed, the fun sort of leaves from Illuminated Truth, then Waking Nightmare. But it picks up throughout the decline. It does, and this is talking about technology, and how technology can maybe the demise of humanity. Love the lyrics overall. Really nice guitar moments, nice bass licks as well. The decline certainly reminds me of something out of Iron Maiden. There's certainly heavy metal elements throughout this song, but also some thrashy elements as well. And it closes off with The End, which is a very interesting track to close off on, because this is none other than really soft, maybe telling the listener, hey, you've been on a journey, it's time to calm down and wind down. It's interesting how they ended off with this song. It's an instrumental. They've definitely been inspired by Iron Maiden, especially that bass and that guitar. If I was being critical, it's a very interesting way to close off a thrash metal album. It really is. This is not just all thrash. It's got some heavy metal elements. There's some really proggy elements as well. His vocals are harsh and aggressive at times. He does sort of yell, but it really works. This is a really fun album. Annihilator released an album the same time, and Annihilator's album is slightly better in my opinion. In the fun factor, Annihilator's album is a lot better when it comes to fun. Hazzerd is fun throughout halfway through the album. There are also some really technical elements. So you can say Hazzard's lyrics and the overall themes are a lot better than Annihilator's lyrics, that's for sure. When it comes to the fun factor, I feel Annihilator is a lot more stronger, especially with the musicality. Hazzerd though has great musicianship as well, fantastic. It's a fun album, it really is. But I just feel just drags slightly, and this is where I'm going to put my score on a solid 6 out of 10. It deserves a 6 out of 10. It certainly will be making my top 15 albums of January, that's for sure. So I'm giving this a solid 6 out of 10. It's an above average album. It's a very enjoyable album. I feel that it does drag just a little bit. It's still got that bite. This album still got that bite. I'm not too sure about the closer though. It's a nice closer, but I'm not too sure about the closer. So guys, comment below if you enjoyed this review, and comment below what you thought about this album as well. Do you agree with my opinions? Drop a like, because these videos do take quite a long time. Appreciate for a like, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next one.